pretty girl.
There's just nothing better than, you know, something that really desperately wants to be loved by you. And she just wants to be here with me. So they help me function daily. You know, it's similar to, you know, like a service dog will help somebody who, you know, doesn't have legs function physically throughout the day. These guys help me function mentally and emotionally throughout the day. When I was younger, I had multiple forms of abuse, and at the time of that abuse taking place, my family had acquired some backyard chickens, and they were one of the most important ways back then for me to cope with what was happening. You know, they were my friends.
Interrupting Chicken. This book is called The Interrupting Chicken, right, Papa?
My anxiety after having both of my kids spiked. I had to stop working. I had become suicidal. And I have a prescribed medication for when I feel the onset of an anxiety attack. And I would take that prescribed medication at that time, which does alter my ability to function daily. I can't drive my kids around. But now I have my hens, and when I feel an anxiety attack coming on, instead of medicating myself with, you know, this prescribed medication, then I hold my hens and I do almost exactly the same thing for me. And feeling them and hearing them and smelling them kind of brings me back to kind of a happier time in my childhood. I think that the kids, the most significant they get is their mom. Like normally, like last year, I would be sitting on the couch, not even really able to interact with them. I had previously discussed that with my doctor, and she agreed that since having them, that they had made a significant enough difference that they were an important part of my therapy. So I wrote a letter, a very long and open letter to expose some of my vulnerabilities and past trauma, and I sent it to bylaw to have them consider it. They just said no. They said they are livestock. They're not allowed to be in the city. I opened up my letter to bylaw. I made it public on social media, and my community has rallied around us. My Ward 3 counselor has been a very big support and advocate for our case. She has told us that she will be putting a motion forwards to council to have the bylaws reviewed for cases like this, for exemptions for emotional support animals. And if I can protect them and not have that constant fear about them being taken away from me, so when I think about that, and I think that what I need to do is put my faith in my council, that they're putting my mental health as a priority when they're looking at voting for this.